Hey Sweat Factory family, Coach Chris here, going to go over Thursday's at-home workout, which is EHarmony. So first we're going to go over the warm-up, and that's going to be 3 rounds of a 200-meter run around the neighborhood. And then you're going to come back in, you're going to do 10 kettlebell swings or odd object or dumbbell. Make sure it's light, but whatever you have handy, we're going to do some kettlebell swings. So nice and easy. We want to make sure to get those hips back, right? And then a nice good extension, squeezing the glutes at the top. Really work on getting those hips power, getting that odd object dumbbell or kettlebell up to about eye level. Okay, so 10 of those. And then we're going to do 10 PVC pass-throughs. We're going to take PVC if we have it. If not, you can use a broom handle, a mop handle, anything like that, right? That allows you to get a wide enough grip for you to be able to do these pass-throughs. And we want to make sure shoulders are back, chest is up. We want to make sure the core is engaged. Bring that object out and over, getting a really good stretch in the shoulders, keeping those shoulders down. We want to make sure we're not really lifting our shoulders up, we're not lifting our chest up through this. We're staying pretty stationary, going slow so we can really feel that stretch in the shoulders. So you're going to do 10 of those. And then we're going to do 5 inchworm push-ups. So we want our feet in a good enough stance. Some of us might have to go a little wider on this. Some of us can go pretty narrow. It really depends on your flexibility, your mobility. But we want to be in a stance where we can get our hands on the floor. And then we're going to walk them out to a point where we can be in a push-up position. Might need to bring the feet in a little bit for this. That's okay. Then we want to get a nice push-up in. Keep the elbows in. Chest touches the floor, up, and then walk it back. We want to make sure wherever we have our feet, we want to feel a really good stretch in the hamstrings once we start bringing that back, right? If we can't come back all the way, that's okay. Come back to here. As long as we're feeling that stretch in the hamstrings, we're good. That's where we really want to feel that. So you're going to do 5 of those. So 200-meter run, 10 kettlebell swings, 10 PVC pass-throughs, and 5 inchworms and push-ups, 3 rounds. Okay, after you're done with that, take a little breather, get a drink of water, and we're going to go into the workout. The workout, 30s, a lot of 30s today. 30 single dumbbell deadlifts. So again, we have that dumbbell, odd object, whatever you have, kettlebell, if that's all you have. Want to make sure the weight is outside your foot, right? And for the deadlift, hips back, keeping the torso up, down to about ankle. We don't need to go all the way down to the floor with this, right? Keep that chest out, stand up. Make sure you're feeling that stretch in the hamstrings, that weight in the hamstrings for this. Go from the side here. See, we got the weight over the feet. We want to try to keep it there. Hips back. Bring it down. Stop. Up. So, 30 of those. You can alternate side to side. You can do 15 on one side, 15 on the other. And then we're going to do 30 single dumbbell Russian swings. So again, same thing, single. So, yep, okay. 30 single dumbbell Russian swings. So, swing. Just like we practiced in the warm-up, right? We want to get nice about hip width stance, maybe a little wider if we need to. Get that dumbbell. Nice swing. Explode at the hips. Just basically standing up, exploding at the hips, letting that momentum carry that weight up to about eye level. Hips back, explode. Squeeze the glutes at the top. So 30 of those. Then we're going to do 30 single dumbbell goblet squats. So, goblet squat. We can grab the dumbbell here. We got it just above chest level. keep it here, and the object here is to keep that chest up, right? Keep that torso up. So, normal squat rules apply, meaning butt back, knees over the toes, feet about hip width, a little wider if they need to be. If you don't have the mobility to have them a little bit more narrow, not a problem. Biggest thing is knees tracking out over the toes. You're pushing the knees out, weight on the heels, come down, parallel, a little below parallel, back up. There's your goblet squat, so 30 of those. Then you're going to transition to 30 hang squat cleans. So, got your dumbbell here, get in the hang position, so butt back a little bit, right, hips back. Dumbbell comes down to about mid-thigh. You're going to start here, and from here you're just going to explode up. Get that nice hip extension, right? Get the shoulders up, nice shrug, and then you're going to bring the dumbbell up and catch it in a clean. So, hang position, bring it up, shrug, catch. So, pull, catch, and then stand. So 30 of those, and then 30 power snatches. So for the power snatches, we're going to start on the inside of the leg. Start here. We want to have a little bit of a wider grip for the snatches, right? Some of us, again, might be able to go a little narrower. Some of us are going to have to go a little wider because of our mobility. We're going to do the power snatches, so we're going to start from right about here. We want to bring that up slow, and then once we get to the knee, we'll start to go a little faster till we get close to that power position right about here. Then we're going to really try to explode the hips, really get that nice hip extension, get that dumbbell up overhead. So just like in the squat clean, we want that nice shrug, and we want to bring that weight up, but this time we're bringing the arm all the way up overhead. See, I don't know if you guys can see that, but from here, all the way up. Bring that all the way up from the floor, up overhead. Lock it out, and you're done. 30 of those, and then 30 single dumbbell overhead squats. So, up here, some of us might have another mobility area. Another mobility area for some of us might have some issues. So, overhead squat, depending on what your mobility level is, you might be able to get it back here. What we want is to have the arm basically like right by where the ear is. We want it up. We want to be able to lock it out, right, above, and then we want to be able to squat down from there. So same squat rules as normal, butt back, knees over toes, weight on the heels, all of that. So keeping the weight overhead, squat down. Again, if your mobility is an issue, shoulder mobility, you'll notice because the weight will start to come forward a little bit. It's okay. Just means you maybe need a little more work on your shoulders. I know I do. It's one of my mobility issue areas is my shoulders. I'm constantly having to work on them and do more, spend more time on them. So not a big deal. Just be aware of that. And if that is something that you have an issue with, or your shoulder mobility is not that great, watch the weight, because it will have a tendency to come forward a little bit. You won't be able to keep it as nice and straight up as you normally would. Okay, so those are the movements, but we're also going to be adding in 5 burpees each minute on the minute starting at 0. So this whole workout, you actually start it at 0. As soon as the clock starts, you do 5 burpees. Jump into the 30 single dumbbell deadlifts. At the top of minute 1, you're doing 5 more burpees. So stop wherever you are, 5 burpees. Kind of have to keep in mind where you're at. So let's say you're on 29 of the single dumbbell deadlifts. Stop, do your 5 burpees, get back up, do number 30 of the single dumbbell deadlifts, go right into the Russian swings. So you get to 28 of that, stop, do your 5 burpees, continue on. So kind of keep in mind at the top of each minute when that buzzer goes off, or when you notice it's minute 1, minute 2, minute 3, stop and do your 5 burpees. Your workout ends when you're done with the 30th overhead squat. You're finished. Should take about 12 to 16 minutes for this, so bear that in mind when you're figuring out a weight that you want to use. It's a lot of movements. And really spend some time on that warm-up. Really kind of go slow. It's not meant to go fast. The run is meant to be more of a jog. The kettlebell swings, just really focus on the movement for these. Focus on the stretch. And you guys will do awesome. Good luck and have fun.